Hey everyone, my name is James Lantine, and I am joined here with Joshua Lantine.
That was very abrupt.
It was-
I didn't hear no intro or anything like that.
We don't do the intro right away.
But we have been doing the intro right away. What?
Well, I'm doing double duty.
Why are you changing the rules on me?
Not changing the rules. You're just senile because we always do a little banter at first, and then I go to the intro.
It's not senility. It's called MS. Thank you very much. It's actually very sensitive, and I don't appreciate the insensitivity. Hey, I gotta be completely honest. Everything that we're experiencing right now segues perfectly into the topic that you wanted to go over today.
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
It really does. It must be fate.
So we apologize, but the winds are running incredibly hard right now, and
Right.
so the internet is kind of like going in and out on us. So it's totally unreliable. Hopefully, we can get through this show, but
It's about what 60 to 70-mile-an-hour winds or something like
yeah,
that.
they're pretty bad. But
Yeah.
we'll do that right after this.
Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
The art of magic is mystery, majesty, pageantry, and craft. It's also about history, marketing, networking, and more. All of these topics and others are discussed on Magic Talk with your hosts, renowned magician James Lantine and owner of the White Rabbit Magic Shop, Joshua Lantine, now on Rough Edge FM.
Okay, we are back. I am doing double duty, so if you kind of see me looking off to the screen here, I got some computers and switchers and all that kind of stuff next to me.
Well, you do have it on your.
Okay, a little time left.
So yes,
your job is to keep an eye on that monitor.
I'm looking.
So, sorry, folks. We'll make this a short show because obviously things are going to go kind of wonky on us. Our internet has been spotty at best today. So, anyways, one of the things I want to talk about is technology and magic. Great topic.
Yeah, right. It's almost like it was meant to be.
Yeah. So one of the things that we've kind of come across a few times now is when the technology is great. So videos for the instructions, apps to be able to do certain things on your phone.
Different magic tricks and whatnot.
Yeah. So
Kind of
we run
allow
in-
you to do a lot of different things.
Right. And we run into a situation now where the
So maybe the magician is no longer producing.
this is gonna be a weird show.
Just keep going like it never happened.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe the magician is no longer producing. I gotta watch.
So maybe the magician is no longer producing.
Oh,
This is gonna be a weird show.
yeah, it is.
Like it never-
Okay. So anyway,
This is all just coming to prove your
I know,
point, aren't you?
technology is a beautiful thing. So the the videos are no longer available because the magician isn't producing anymore, and they decide not to keep up the subscription where the videos happen to be.
Yeah.
And so now your instructions are gone to that magic trick. Or you purchase an app every year. If you have an app that you created for an iPhone or an Android, every year you have to subscribe to the developer's software license agreement.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't,
It's like
your
holding
app
up a
goes
website,
down.
basically.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you're paying a subscription fee to be able to put a developed app onto the iPhone or onto the Android.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's like a website. You have to pay for the URL in order for the URL to stay active and whatnot. And if you don't, then
Yeah, I mean,
or to host the domain, you have to have it.
you have, in order for it to appear in the App Store,
Yeah.
you have to pay the subscription.
Yeah.
And if you don't pay the subscription, it disappears off the App Store.
We've
And in
run
some
into that.
cases, the app won't work anymore.
Yeah. We've run into that a couple of times.
Yes, we have. And in Magic, especially in a Magic store, I mean, you might hold on to things for 2 years, 3 years. I mean, we have stuff that we had from when we originally opened up the store
Mhm.
back in 2013?
It's like 2013, 2012.
Yeah,
It was-
somewhere in that arena.
Yeah.
And so we still have stuff in the store from back then. And if it's technology or if it's a charging device where, it runs off of a rechargeable battery, that stuff is going to at some point fail.
Yeah.
And we had these spinners that had a great app on it. You could program it to be a card or whatever you wanted it to be.
Magic spinner.
Yeah. And
I
we
remember
had
that.
a dozen of these spinners.
Yep.
And the app disappeared.
They had it in two versions. They had version 1, which was you had a single outcome. I think it was the seven of hearts, and it was
Which
timed.
was nice
Yeah.
because there is no technology.
Yeah,
It was just going to be that.
it was a timed thing, so you just had to work on your timing for the deal. The other one, which was we even thought it was better at the time because it operated off of your app and you could put anything on it.
Right. You can
The
put a message, you can put a card.
The one thing they did wrong is that there was no timer. You kind of had to have,
Oh, right.
you had to have a stooge kind of clicking the thing on and off when you wanted it to.
Right. Because it was there once you hit it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that app disappeared,
They no longer make it. Now, there's another one too.
which means those spinners are gone.
Yes. And they became, at least the V2 became obsolete real quick
Yeah.
because you can't get to the
They
app,
became fidget spinners, period.
basically. Actually, the whole thing, you couldn't even open up the app anymore on the phone. Even
Right.
if you download it on your phone, it would not operate.
Right. Yeah.
Which is
Because
stupid.
it ran off of their database.
Yeah.
And so if you don't keep it up, it's gone.
There's another one we had.
Wasn't it?
Actually, the iCube.
Yes.
That was another one. The same situation.
Right.
You could do it, and it would run just fine. And now they don't host it anymore.
Right.
And now it's
So
an
you have
awkward die.
you have it on your phone. So
I do.
You can run it still, even though it's not hosted anymore. So you can still get the results, but nobody new can get it.
That one I can. I don't know why it works on that one and not the other one, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So it's just something to be cautious about because sometimes you fall in love with an app
Hmm.
or a technology based type program, and you fall in love with it, and magic is a shaky thing because there's not a lot of money to be made necessarily in producing magic unless you're just one of those crazy guys that just goes and goes and goes. So it's hard to maintain the expense that might be involved in technology that comes after the fact.
Yeah.
So if they produce this great product, everybody gravitates to it, but then in year 2 or 3 they go, oh man, we're paying all this money out, and they kill it. They've just killed it for everybody.
Yeah. I don't know how it's going to be with a lot of the ones that work with Murphy's. There's some apps that I actually have right now that I don't think they're produced by Murphy's, or they might be, but Murphy's works kind of hand in hand with them with the apps, though they're different. They're more of a reader of sorts. Like there's one that's a card at any number that uses the app. And the app it's all you have to do with the app per se is to just have certain arrangements plugged into the app that it can kind of register.
Are you talking about algorithm?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Is that called algorithm? No, it's a Maxim.
Maxim. Okay.
Algorithm
Not
is
to be confused with Dexim.
no.
Okay.
Exactly. Maxim is another one that it knows the arrangement that you have in your particular deck, and then that one you just have to cut, and then they can name a card.
Speaking.
So that one's a little different because look, he's gone, he's vanished. But it's not relying on a prop that you need to have functioning with the app. The only prop you have is a deck of cards, and everybody can operate a deck of cards. You're not, the deck of cards itself is not reliant on the technology. So I think that one's a little safer. Same with algorithm, actually. With the algorithm one, it could be any deck of cards, and really it's a lot of it's reliant more on the user than it is on the app or even the deck of cards. In fact, actually, if you knew how algorithm works, you could probably do that without the app, but the app makes it far more interesting and far easier to do. But I do understand the other thing that Dad was talking about, where you have all these props that are really reliant on the app itself. Else the prop is just a piece of plastic. The prop doesn't work unless the app is working as well, and that gets a little dicey. And even still, it's like we've run into the problem before where you look at it and you think, okay, how much Sorry about that, everybody. Well, the I think, what was I talking about? So the app itself, I mean, they're really cool things that these magic apps and whatnot can do. But more often than not, Dad and I are pretty cautiously optimistic, because as cool as they can be, if they don't. All right, this is getting a little frustrating, but case in point, we've got technology that when it doesn't work, it really doesn't work. And when it works, it's great. But when it doesn't work, it's very obvious. So I think Dad and I are usually on the side of the fence that is don't rely on the. But it sounds like, kind of looks like we might have to really call it quits soon, because with the winds that are going on, it is throwing off the internet completely. Even trying to do any work in our offices, it's impossible to get onto any of the internet and actually get onto any of Murphy's, because it's gone. But that's the start to one of the topics we wanted to have. I think. Yeah, we're going to try to readdress this topic when the internet is a little more reliable and we're not having to deal with these high wind factors going on. But if you have come to the show, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. We're going to have to call it quits soon, because it keeps going in and out. We hate to go and keep throwing everybody for a loop on this particular episode. So if you came with us this far, again, thank you. And we will see you next time. And just remember, at White Rabbit Magic, we believe in magic.